Happy Magic Monday, Collective Consciousness. This is Virgo Queen, your transformation coach, with the weekly cosmic forecast for June 4th to June 10th, 2018. And as you know, this Magic Monday podcast, we look at the moon cycles of the week. We call in the power of the Goddess Oracle. We look at the Mother Peace Tarot, and then receive a message from Gaia. And why we connect to the moon energy. This is how we connect to our magic. This is how we understand our inner nature and what lies within our subconscious. And here I am to bring the light to all those seeking answers and wanting to plan for success for the week ahead. So I always like to begin with looking at the astrology of the week, just the energy of the moon. There is a lot of things going on astrologically, but I just like to focus the energy on the moon. And so on this Magic Monday on June 4th, the moon is in Aquarius. And it will move into Pisces on Tuesday. And will stay there until Thursday, until it moves into Aries. And then by Saturday, it'll move into Taurus, and on the lovely Sunday, we have Taurus moon. So what this means is we begin the week with air, the Magic Monday aloof and wanting to explore our intellect. By Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we're going to go deeper into our subconscious. We're wanting to create. We want to be in our creative consciousness. So it's really about working with your creativity, what your subconscious wants to be expressed. Needs to be expressed this week so you don't hang on to it and become a victim of your own lack of interest. And by the end of the week, you have Aries, this fire, this new life, this new feeling, these new beginnings. Aries is the beginning of the zodiac circle, and what I like to consider is the hero's journey. We often, when we start, we lead with Aries. And this is when we learn to detach from the world and understand ourselves, and to have an honor to live thyself. By the end of the week, it'll be Taurus, time to get earthy, get into the body, get out into nature, love the finer things in life. Perhaps there might be a tendency to indulge or just completely be immersed in the beauty of the things you could do with the body. And now I'd like to call in which goddess would like to guide us this week. And the goddess that has been chosen is Sarasvati. And she is the goddess of the arts. And she says, express yourself through creative activities. You're a limitless being. If it seems that you have time, money, or other restrictions, it's simply because your mind is focused on the material world. You can unlimit yourself by lifting the cloak of the material world from your focus. Music is essential for the expression of the non-material ideals and energies. Music colors our surroundings with imitations from the highest vibrational fields. It allows us to escape all limitations in our thinking and very existence. Surround yourself in music and allow it to stimulate your own creative thinking and to spark new ideas. Flow with the music and give yourself permission to investigate and experiment with putting your creative ideas into action. Enjoy being limitless. Various meanings of the card is to play music, sing, dance, draw, paint, write, or do anything creative. Study or change a career that gives you creative freedom. Take a creative class, invest in an artistic hobby, keep a journal of your creative ideas, join a writing club, or other creative support systems. Sarasvati, the Hindu goddess of the arts, helps us with our creative expressions, such as music, writing, dancing, and eloquent speaking. The wife of Brahma, Sarasvati prizes knowledge and creative expression above all material possessions. Her symbols include a white swan, the veena musical instrument, and a book of knowledge. She helps us focus our minds on our creative projects and not get distracted or procrastinated. Thank you. I feel that's very fitting for this energy this week, since we have this Pisces moon in the middle of our week around Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and that'll really help us get into that creative space. Pisces just loves to immerse and to be captivated by the creative arts. Now, I like to turn to the Mother Peace Tarot and look at what the overall energy of the week is. And the card that was pulled was Reverse Chariot. Chariot is a major arcana. She is the Amazon. She's the one that takes her life in her own hands and seeks guidance from none but from within. Yet she is turned upside down. She is overwhelmed on how to succeed. She's overwhelmed on how to match her creative potential to the limits of the material world. And I feel that calling in the goddess of the arts will really help us let go of the mind, let go of what we think needs to be produced in order to have material possessions, and really get clear on what is it that fulfills your soul. There's things that move from us, from within us, and really truly leads towards our success. And a lot of success is not about having all this money in the bank account. Success is having healthy boundaries. Success is having discernment in which you give your creativity. And success is living a creative life. And that is one that is in constant communion with the divine. And being in the material world, we do get caught up in that. And I'm not saying it's not important to be successful with lots of money in the bank account. I see money as light. The more light that we share, the more light that we have, the more that we can give. I always say the more money that I have, the richer the world will be. Because that means I have shown more of my light and my gifts. And it has fulfilled me, and if I have money, I'm going to share it with the world. I'm going to make sure everyone's taken care of to the best of my own abilities. So the conflict for the week is the moon, the major arcana of the moon. And here we are on a Magic Monday, looking at the moon energy, calling in this moon, and here we are at conflict with it. And what I really feel is why, the chariot is reversed, is again when we enter into the mind. Now, the mind is also a messenger of the gods, and we tend to forget that. We seem to think that the mind is the messenger of the ego, but it's really about how we communicate with the divine. And when we receive those answers, we can read all the books in the world. We need to know the facts. We need to know the names. We need to know how to understand. But then when we open up the mind to receive the divine, cosmic, universal understanding, wow, what magic can be done. But this requires a unveiling, if you will, a letting go of what may feel comfortable to know. That's why a lot of people sometimes get quite nervous about tarot readings or wanting to know more by going to a psychic, because what if they reveal something that, well, they're not ready to know. And something about telling the future. I feel like the future is yet to be written. We have so many paths, so many universes, so many dimensions that we explore. And it's really where you're focusing your energy on. And that's how I keep choosing to focus my energy on seeing Earth being healed, living in this paradise of heaven and earth here back on Gaia. And so the conflict with the moon is not trusting the feminine, not trusting that the chaos of creating magic, and really getting out of the head and into the body, and also to the emotional body, which may have felt rejected for far too long because we rarely pay attention to it. But by the end of the week, the solution is Shaman of Swords. And Shaman is the mature masculine energy within us. And this shows that we really learn how to speak our truth, speak our wisdom. And it's also about listening to the magical child. And I know we say that he's this mature masculine energy, but it's only because he's been listening to the magical child within. He's been listening to the feminine and to the moon, and that he knows how to stop, and he knows how to move in the direction of the wind, of how the directions lead him. And so this week is really about letting go of the overwhelm of how to succeed in the material world and just get down to having fun. Get down to being creative. Who knows where it will lead you? Now, I just have to say, something that always amazes me is that, for example, the woman J.K. Rowling that wrote Harry Potter, she wrote it during the most, transformational time in her life when she didn't have anything, and she wasn't thinking that this is the book that is going to save her, that she's going to make all these millions and all these things. She was doing it out of pure creative will. Like, if I have nothing else to give, I have no way else, I want to give what story has been living inside of me. And I feel like this is where passion and creativity comes from, that there is a story, there is a message, there is a vision, there is a color that is inside of you, and it needs to be expressed. And imagine if she had just started trying to write a book. Okay, I need to appeal to the demographic between 15-year-olds and 23-year-olds, and it needs to have this, and this. No, she did not try and think of the demographic. She didn't even know if it was a kid's book or an adult book. No one knew. The publisher didn't know until it finally became released. And that is the point. It's hard when we want to be producers of our own creative craft, because we want to navigate it and see where it'll fit in the world. But there are some things that simply just need to be expressed, and they don't need to be put on an album or sold or given away. And that this is the time to just see what is deep down in that soul of yours, and to trust it and to express it and to see where it can lead you. So please dive deep this week. Trust the moon, trust the unknown, the mystery of your soul, and let it guide you. And before we go, let's listen to the message of Mama Gaia. She says, "See the signs. We are often sent small signs in the form of synchronicities and coincidences. Be watchful. Do not overlook them in the everyday rush of life. Words, numbers, and symbols that repeat, animals and birds that appear in your path, people who come in and out of your life at odd or similar moments. And those flashes of knowing when you believe something will happen with every fiber of your being, these are all the things you are meant to see and hear. Messages from Gaia and the Great Spirit sent to aid you on your journey. So please, dear ones, watch for signs. Trust the moon and get out and be in your body and create the story that is within your soul to create. Thank you for tuning in for this weekly cosmic forecast on this Magic Monday. And as you know, I am a transformation coach and I offer personal readings. So if you want to know what's going on with you this week, how you'll be dealing with the moon, how your subconscious will want to be the vehicle, just reach out to me. I'm here to guide you, to support you on this epic journey back home to yourself. So until then, be brave, dear hearts, for we are in a time of great transformation. And just know that I am a message away. Blessed be, blessed be, blessed be.